Zainab dropped the tray of oranges. They rolled across the dusty floor of the wedding hall, scattering beneath decorated chairs as laughter and music continued like nothing had happened. Her hands trembled, her breath caught somewhere between her chest and her throat. She hadn't even realized she was moving until she found herself at the entrance, staring straight ahead. At the altar stood Kareem, dressed in a crisp suit, smiling like a man who had never broken a promise. Zainab's lips parted slightly, a fragile hope rising in her chest after years of silence. Maybe he had come back for her. Maybe everything she endured, everything she gave up, had finally meant something. Then the bride stepped forward. The veil was lifted, and the world around Zainab shattered without a sound. It was Sade, her own sister, the same sister she had raised like a daughter, the same sister she had starved for, worked for, sacrificed her future for. Zainab took a step back, her body suddenly too heavy to carry her pain. The room spun, but no one noticed. No one saw the girl whose life had just been torn apart in silence. Years earlier, Zainab had learned what it meant to carry the weight of a family on her shoulders. After their father's death, everything fell apart. Their mother grew weaker by the day, her body slowly giving in to illness. There was no one else. So Zainab stepped forward. Every morning before sunrise, she would arrange her tray of fruits and walk to the roadside. Under the harsh sun, she called out to passing strangers, hoping to sell enough to buy food, medicine, and keep Sade in school. While other girls her age laughed and dreamed, Zainab worked, because someone had to. Sade was different. Bright, soft-spoken, full of dreams that reached far beyond their small village. Zainab made sure those dreams stayed alive. Even when she went to bed hungry, even when her hands ached from carrying heavy loads, she never complained. "There's no time to rest," she would whisper to herself, "not when someone is depending on you." Then Kareem came into her life. He wasn't like the others. He didn't look at her with pity. He saw her strength, her resilience, and slowly he became her escape from a life that never seemed to give her a break. They talked for hours under the fading light of evening. He spoke of leaving the village, of building something bigger, something better, and when he looked at her, he made her believe she could be part of that future. "You deserve more than this," he once told her, his voice soft but certain. Zainab believed him. She believed every word. So when Kareem came to her one evening, his face filled with urgency, she didn't hesitate. "I have a chance to travel," he said, "but I can't do it alone." Her heart raced. "If I go," he continued, "I'll build a life for us. I'll come back for you. I promise. A promise." It sounded so simple, so real. And Zainab, who had spent her entire life giving, didn't think twice before giving again. She sold her mother's last pieces of jewellery, the only memory they had left of better days. When that wasn't enough, she made the hardest decision of all. She sold their land, the only thing tying them to stability. Sade didn't fully understand, but she didn't question it either. After all, everything Zainab did had always been for the family. The day Kareem left, Zainab stood at the roadside, watching the vehicle disappear into the distance. Her chest ached, but her heart was full. He would come back. He said he would. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, then years. No letters, no calls, no messages. At first she defended him. Maybe he was busy. Maybe things were hard. Maybe he just needed time. But time kept moving, and silence became louder than any words he could have said. Still, Zainab didn't stop. She worked even harder. She pushed through exhaustion, through disappointment, through quiet nights where doubt crept into her mind. Sade grew, her education shaping her into someone Zainab barely recognized anymore. Refined, educated, distant. Zainab remained where she had always been, until the day everything changed. The news spread quickly through the village. A wealthy man had returned from abroad. He was successful, respected, and he was getting married. Zainab didn't want to believe it at first, but something in her chest refused to stay quiet. And now, standing at that wedding, staring at the man she once loved and the sister she had given everything for, the truth was impossible to deny. Her sacrifices had built a life, just not for her. If this story is already touching you, take a moment to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments. Because what happened next will change everything. Zainab turned away slowly, her vision blurred by tears she refused to let fall in front of them. Each step felt heavier than the last, but she kept walking. No one followed her. No one called her name. It was as if she had never existed. By the time she reached the quiet edge of the village, the noise of celebration had faded into the distance, and for the first time in years, she allowed herself to break.